Hi, my name is Katie, and today we will be covering lesson 11, 12, and 13. So, lesson 11 was configurations and error handling. So, here is the main J's that I will be explaining. So, first of all, we've got the import and the configuration. So, over here, when we look at that, um, and over here as well, just look here. I'll get there. So, the required modules such as Express, EJS, and layouts, those are the controller files from controller and the error controller which are imported. And then the export is set to the processor of the ENV3000, either to use an environment defined port or default to 3000 like localhost 3000. And then for the view engine is set to EJS for rendering the templates. And then we've got the middleware. So the express URL encoded in the express JSON passes the incoming data from JSON payload so they can be easily accessed in the app. And then the logger middleware logs every incoming request to the URL console with um, console.log. Like over here, as you can see, request made to, and then it's the URL. And then we've got our routes. So the app defines the routes to handle the specific request, like get items vegetable over here. So it calls the send req param from home controller to enter the request for items and extract the vegetable parameter using the URL. And then we've got our post. So the post calls the same post from the home controller to enter the form submissions, and in the get name, my name over there, calls the respond with name from the home controller to enter request and include a parameter. And then we've got our error handling middleware. So the middleware for handling errors like the respond no resource found. Thus handles the 404 or error must for missing resources, and then the respawn internal error handles the general server 500 over here. And then the command out log errors can be used for logging errors before responding. And then I'm going to explain the home controller over here. So basically there's three functions in this code, and they exported from a module from the home controller, and they use to handle different routes in the Express application. So we've got the send request palm over here. So this code over here, over there, basically the purpose is it handles the get request for routes with a parameter in the URL like items in vegetables, and then it retrieves the value of the vegetable parameter using the REQ palms vegetable over there, basically over here, this over here. And then it sends a response with a message that it includes the parameter value. So RSN, this is the page 4, and then they over there. And then moving on, we have the same post over here. So the purpose is it handles the post request like routes, and then it logs the body REQ body to query the string REQ query from the incoming request to the console for debugging purposes, and then it sends a success message back to the client over here post successful. Then moving on, we have um, respond with name. So it also handles the get to routes like my name and name, and then it accesses the my name parameter in the URL via the REQ params my name, and then it uses EJS template engines to render a view name index and passes the parameter value like REQ params my name is first name to the template, as we can see over here. So I am going to run the server. As you can see, file not found, the page you're looking for doesn't exist or it has been removed. And now I'm going to, in as we can see as well, the request made in the console. So that is it for lesson 11. Thank you for watching.